Hello everyone and welcome back. It's time for me to get the bales set up in here for Melissa. If you've been watching the other videos, I've got at least the one full row that were those loose bales, and just a little bit more than that, that didn't hold up well, and I want to replace those. So I got the new bales, which you saw in the last video, and mowing in here really sucked. So we're going to take cardboard and put that down on the grass. I went through it with a tiller just to kill it off a little bit. And then I'm using the bad bales to go over the top of this. And this should kill off the grass pretty good. And then next year, if I want, I can till everything in here and we could plant stuff around the edges. But doing that with the established grass is just such a pain. So for this year, this will keep the grass down and it'll kill it off and make it much easier for me to till if I want to next year. We want to do that in this garden, and I'd like to do something like this in the strawberry garden too. That one just gets out of control. Well, Melissa got home from work and it got really windy out for a while and skies were real dark, and then Melissa and I have been looking for a travel trailer, and we finally found one. So I've been talking to that guy, setting up going down there tomorrow because it's a 3-hour drive and just getting everything figured out. So I guess tomorrow I'm going to run down there tomorrow and put money down on it, and then hopefully we can get back to this tomorrow afternoon. I see Melissa brought home a bunch more cardboard. I'll have to make sure and pull all this out tonight because I'm leaving quite early tomorrow. Well, it's the next evening. It's a little after 6 o'clock right now. I did go all the way down and put money down on that trailer. I'm going to ride down there on Monday, pay the rest of it off, and drag it out of there and bring it to the campground. And from there I drove all the way up to Superior, Wisconsin to Melissa's work, and we had lunch, and then I got some more cardboard. So if I can get an hour or hour and a half in, or 2 hours tonight, that's that much time that I don't have to work on this in following days, because my schedule is very busy right now. the extra bales here that I didn't need, I brought over by the strawberry garden because that one needs this really bad too. But once I get these bales set, I don't have anything to do in here for 2 or 3 weeks. It's going to take Melissa at least 2 weeks to get these ready to go, and then it kind of becomes her garden. And so then I'm off the hook on that one, and then I definitely have to jump on that strawberry rhubarb garden right away because I need to get that tilled up and get all that grass killed, and then slowly we'll get more cardboard and get that put on there so that we can keep those weeds down. Some of these bales this time, it's so hard to, you have to have the cut side up and not the folded side. And so, yeah, this is definitely cut side up. It's really hard to tell on some of these bales. One row done. Now Melissa can come in here and condition these and do her magic. I'm going to get rid of these right here. Some of these are still all right, but I need rotten bales right now for covering up grass. So I want to do these and the 2 that are on the end of the raised bed because they didn't grow anything in them last year. They had to have been bales. I got those 2 from a different place, and they had to have been some type of straw that had herbicide in it because they were horrible. And that row over there, Melissa said they're fine. I mean, they feel loose when you touch them, but that's how they're supposed to really grow good in them like that. One reason I don't want to come in here and mow, Melissa has all those containers, and even though I'm going to put some bales against the fence here on the left side, and I thought that, I told her, I said, then we won't need to use the containers. And she said, I'm still going to use the containers. Well, when I'm the one that has to come in and mow in here, and I have to move all those containers to mow, and I'm not doing that this year. So I'm just going to kill off the grass in here so I don't have to mow, and she can put containers or whatever she wants anywhere she wants. I think I pretty much fried the tranny in that tiller. I've been having trouble with it for a while, but now it's pretty much hit or miss. I know in a previous video though, somebody said they had that same tiller and they've rebuilt the transmission 3 times and it's still going strong, so I'll have to look into that or make sure it's not just a belt, but it doesn't know where forward and reverse, and the tines work some of the time, so this is as far as I'm getting today for tilling anyway. Melissa must have started up the griddle because something smells good. Usually we'll cook, you know, quite a bit on the weekends so we can eat it for several days, and then usually once a week she'll either make up a whole bunch of hamburgers or a whole bunch of pork chops. It's one or the other. And then we can just eat that whenever we want because, you know, she's coming and going and we have lunches for work and everything, and I know there was some hamburger taken out, and I bet you she's going to cook some of those up tonight. Smells good. I can smell it all the way over here, yep. Well, it's after 8 o'clock. I woke up this morning at 4. I'm going to call it a night, although this is kind of exciting. I just kind of want to keep going. You can see I started putting those bales against the wall to give her one, or the fence to give her one more row. Maybe I'm excited because I'm almost done and I won't have to deal with this anymore. Really nice night though. 48 degrees, no bugs, the wind died down. It's beautiful. At night when I come inside, I came in, what time is it now? 8:38. And I'm editing the video of when I went and looked at the travel trailers today. Melissa's in the kitchen bleaching the hummingbird feeders because we looked at the map and they're starting to have some sightings up here and she wants to get those out. What are you doing, Joni? What are you doing, huh? Chunky, he's in his kennel guarding his food like he always does. Good girl, huh? Yeah. Good morning, everybody. It got down to 24.7 degrees last night. I woke up this morning, it was 26. I'm sitting out on the back step listening to the chickens crowing and you can hear the geese. It was just a beautiful morning. And after that I went inside and realized that I never put the hamburgers away that Melissa made. She usually cooks them and then of course they're hot, so then they sit on the stove until they cool down, and then I just always put them in the fridge. That's just usually how we always do it. And I walked in and it's like, oh, I forgot. So all of those hamburgers are ruined. And now I'm going up to Walmart. I had to get some stuff anyway, and I'm gonna get some more hamburgers so she can cook up some more later on. Right now it's 8:14 in the morning and it has already warmed up to 48 degrees. It's supposed to get to 59 today. 1 week from today, I will be sitting on the tent front porch right now. Well, all my Walmart stuff is done. I was hoping that they had a 32-inch TV because that will fit perfectly in the hole of that travel trailer that they have for a TV, but they did not have one here, so that'll have to wait. I got all that stuff dropped off and then was in there talking with Melissa for a while here. And since it's Mother's Day weekend, I told her I would get her any kind of food that she wanted, and we're gonna do pickup at Pedro's Mexican in Cloquet, so I'm gonna go pick up the order right now. Well, I've wasted enough of a perfectly beautiful day. Might as well get back to this garden. Well, I'm happy to say that the bales are done. I even went and replaced 4 of the bales over on this side. The bales themselves didn't need it, but the weeds that were growing on top of it were growing all the way up through from the dirt. So I tried to pick them out, but I'm just breaking them off in there, and they're just going to grow back up through. So I decided to replace those 4. And then I was talking to Melissa, and what we should have done is put like a strip of plastic underneath the bales so no weeds could do that. I had no idea that a weed would grow all the way up through the bale to the top. And we only really had that problem in this corner, but this is where the grass was growing the densest. Probably better soil underneath here, but All these ones are fine. She'll pull out the old bean plants and go ahead and plant new ones. I was worried when I was putting those bales against that far fence that it was going to bug me that I didn't have enough to go all the way to the door. I wanted to stay back a little bit from the door, but I would have put one more bale. But at the end of the day, look at that. Well, besides the bug, pretty much lines right up with these bales. I don't know what it was, but once I started spreading out those wet bales, the gnats came out. Well, these little, whatever these things are called, pawls for the trimmer came in. I don't think ever in my life I've put these in. I've only tried a couple of times and it actually worked, but I want to pull this apart anyway and see. I was in there. Melissa sent me a thing on my phone of a little a chipper that was for sale just maybe 5 miles up the road. The motor is stuck on it. They used it 5 years ago and it worked fine, but then they just let it sit. So I went up and looked at it. And they didn't want much at all for it, so I picked it up. Something to tinker with a little bit. Like I have time for that, right? Oh well, if I can't get the motor to go, I know somebody that can. So anyway, I picked it up and I figure worst comes to worst. I mean, like I said, it costed hardly nothing. So the new ones they sent are a little bit different than the old ones, but somebody said, and I knew I shouldn't have listened to comments, but that I had to have these installed to use the electric start thing, but I don't. It totally bypasses that, I think. Yeah, because it's going to go into here, and it'll completely bypass that and go directly into here. So I wouldn't even need these in there to start this thing. But I'm still going to try to put them in because I'm just not filming much because it's kind of frustrating. And I'm not real good on camera when things get frustrating. You're supposed to take the fan off to put this on, but it didn't come with a new one of those star whatever, so I don't know if I can pull that off and then get that back on and everything's going to be tight. So I'm trying to get this little seat clip. I got the other one on, so there is hope. Every time I drop it though, you can't hear it clink on the ground. So I'm searching all over for it. So all I want to see is if this will work. I'm still going to use the drill start. It does. Awesome. Press the primer 10 times. Move the lever to the 1 position. Squeeze the throttle, pull 5 times. Move to 2. Pull 3 to 5 times, wait 30 to 60 seconds and move to 3. That seemed to work pretty good. I mean, it still sounds like it misses a little bit, but I mean, it's got a new spark plug, new carburetor, new gas lines, new gas, oil. So as long as it keeps working, it's fine. Well, that made that a lot easier. Let these weeds die off here for a couple of days and come back in here and do it again. Can't go back any farther in here because see my asparagus? Let's see, there's one, there's a couple. Coming up nice. There's a nice one. What are you doing up there, Smudgy? Ever since before the move, I've been wanting to get that, start cutting up that pile of slab wood that's over by the shop. I mean, I drive through there all the time and you can't get through there at all right now. And it's already after 7 o'clock, but I'm determined to hopefully cut on that for 10-15 minutes just to get started. I can't wait to be able to jump in the shower because after working with those bales, it's like there's 2 different types of bales. One of them has a finer like grass in it and it gets into your socks. It's like it's down my pants. Everything is itchy and I just can't wait to get in there, but everything I do makes me more dirty, so I might as well wait for a little bit. Melissa got the hummingbird feeders all cleaned up. And she just put the stuff in there. So I brought them out here and hung them up. Looks like we got some fog laying in tonight. We sure do cook up a lot of hamburgers.
Well, if somebody would have put them away last night, I wouldn't have to cook more hamburgers today, would I?
Say something to your fans, Smudgy. Joni, what are you doing?
She's been standing there watching me non-stop.
Has she?
Joni!
So the silverware and knives and everything from the hobby farmhouse are in little boxes like those two right in front of the camera. There's one up there. I've got one right here. So I need silverware or a few things for the new camper. So I'm going to bring those in, and Melissa said she'll get things washed up. We can go through it and figure out what I need. And I need a couple of pans. I wish my 55-inch TV would fit in there, but it won't. That pan. This pan.
Dangerous forces, where volcanoes have buried villages.
This is all what is left of the village.
What are you doing? Joni.
I want to see what she looks like close up.
Okay, everyone. Well, it's a little bit after 10:30. Definitely time for bed. And this time I remembered to put the hamburgers in the fridge. See you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, everybody. It got down to 27.3 degrees last night. Right now it's about 43, and they're saying that the high today is only going to be 49. Just filling up the little pool that Melissa got for the ducks. Well, Melissa and I had lunch, and then I decided to start getting stuff ready because I'm going to pick up that trailer tomorrow and put it on the campground. And I was looking at all my different hitches that I have, or whatever these are called, and I had some with a 2 5/16 ball, but I did not have one that had a 6-inch drop. And I don't have to use the weight distribution hitch because the trailer doesn't have that kind of a hookup. And I didn't want to just switch the ball out because I'm constantly using the other ones. I would much rather pay for this and then just pull this, shove the new one in, and just flick it back with whatever I need. So now I'm just getting that set up and hooked up and getting things ready for tomorrow. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. I was really hoping to get a little bit more done in this 3-4 days, whatever it was here. But with the moving that trailer down, or bringing it up to the campsite, and tonight we've just been packing everything. I mean, I need stuff like everything: cooking oil, spices, spatulas, forks, spoons, you know. So we're just going through everything and getting it all packed into the truck. So, I don't know, next weekend we'll be at the tent, and I'm really looking forward to that. Just want to open up the tent for the season and do a little fishing. Tomorrow a new series starts on the channel called The Camper. I'll see you guys on the next video.